You are too much, man. How was the weather up there today? Was it nice?
Oh, crazy! It was warm out here. I got a nice little run in outside. Finally, I'm
Sweet.
hoping that it can stay for a little while so I can continue running outside.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
I don't do the elements since football. Right? Ain't no need for me to try to be a star athlete no more. So
What's up with y'all team? What's the new name of the team up there?
we are commanders. Bum 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 bum.
Commanders. The
the,
Washington Commanders?
the Washington Commanders.
Hmm.
Yeah, man, I'm a free agent though, so um,
Do
ever
whatever you want.
since ever since the team left, I'm a Redskin fan, and the team ain't here, so I'm a free agent, never coming back.
Whatever happened with y'all? Y'all used to have the Bullets, didn't y'all?
Washington Bullets, yeah, yeah, they the same. Something about football and basketball we can't get right in DC. I think it's the clubs. I think it's the clubs. They always have a Rose Bar and everything else.
I remember when I was in college, I went to Washington, D.C. for the first time, and I went to a black strip club, man. I was just terrorized, man. I'm like, I was terrified, yo. I don't even think it was a strip club. I don't know what it was. I had never experienced that city life up there.
Yeah, Virginia got the you got to cover up Virginia. I know that from
Yeah.
going to college.
I'm not even into that really. I just happen to be going and I'm like, wow, man, this is over the top.
I've done some of my best contracting deals there. Yeah,
You tell me.
usually doing big work with other companies, males and stuff. So contractors, I mean, during the daytime they could be in a strip club at a bar, and that's where they want to do business at. So
You for real, Travis?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, so majority of contracting, most people think is like directly with the government. To me, government contracts is any work that was funded by government money.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of contracts, you could be a subcontractor, as I stated. Like that's how you should go in. And I mean, if you want to be a subcontractor, technically the government's not your customer. The prime contractor is. So you now need to
Mm.
go meet them, hang out with them, network with them, and they're going to be at the bar. Well, up here in DC, they're on their boat in Georgetown. They're at the
Wow.
bar. So the summertime, you can definitely go to Georgetown, hang out down there, catch them on a boat. You know what I'm saying? They having a
That's
good old
crazy.
time.
That's so
Strip
crazy.
clubs, you can always find them in strip clubs, and that's from state to state. I can
Okay.
always find a contractor in the strip club, but that's how you hang out and build the relationships.
Yeah, it's funny. The older I get, the more business I do, less in the field, more I'm just kind of like relaxed in environments.
Hmm. Golf course is a good one too. You can definitely catch a lot of contractors out on that golf course. So I usually try to get myself at least 2 or 3 tournaments in a year. You
Mm.
don't need to know how to play golf at all. They don't know how to play either. But it's just to go to have a good time.
Yeah, that's why I like to go hit me a beer and I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. But I do
Round.
cheat, man. I usually try to if it's a foursome, I'll try to build my team because I just hate losing. It's the competitive spirit in me. So I got a ringer that I bring with me. I got I, I got the young boy that I bring that can drive damn near the whole distance. Then I got this
Uh-huh.
elder who he can putt like I've never seen before. And then me and my friend, we just play along and we let them because we always playing best ball. So let those two
Yeah,
guys go away. We're the entertainment.
gotcha. That's cool, man. So round up today. This is the last day, or tomorrow. I guess you could do it tomorrow. Travis is going to be doing his workshop for everybody that joins up with his government contracting training module. So I just wanted to kind of give you a reminder tonight. I am Chris Haskins. My mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. In doing that, I get to meet unbelievable people and successful entrepreneurs like Travis Davis. How you doing, my friend?
Man, I'm doing amazing, Chris. I can't complain at all. Not like too many people would listen, but I'm enjoying my time. The weekend's here,
Yeah.
and the weather's starting to warm up, so I'm always grateful.
Yeah, good for you, bro. So, Travis has put together an entire training course to help you, small, minority, veteran-owned people, go secure these contracts. And I just wanted to give you you've got about 14 more hours to get joined up so you can attend the 3-day workshops with Travis over the next few days. So, Travis, what did you want to share with us tonight, just to kind of give them a little bit of a open scope behind, pull the curtain back behind the scenes to see what you're going to be going over and stuff?
Yeah, sure thing. Again, in our course, we're going to be definitely going over how to find opportunities, prospecting those certain opportunities for yourself, building your profile in the government system, as well as I want to make sure you know how to team, because that's what government contracting is to me a lot, especially when starting, is finding that teammate so you can pursue an opportunity and most importantly complete that opportunity on time and in the way that the government wants. And it's always best to team up with individuals on that.
Hmm.
But majority of the time that I've learned, Chris, during this process of government contracting, people just don't know really what it means. Like they hear it, they may hear about government contracts on movies or
Mhm.
hear it in the news, but it's always like $100 million contract, and ain't nobody thinking like I don't have the company for $100 million opportunity, so they never even pay attention to it, right?
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I want to kind of break that myth tonight,
Okay.
um, so you can see the possibility of opportunity, and then hopefully something can kick in there, and you're like, hey, I think I know what that guy Travis might be talking about, and I want to at least give it a try. One beauty about this industry, Chris, it's never going anywhere.
Never
So
go.
the quicker you can learn the information and attempt it, great.
Uh-huh.
You can do it again and again and again because the government will always be here. But if I can share my
Gotcha.
screen here,
Yeah, let's do it.
we can dive into this bad boy.
Pete Teach, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks for coming hanging out with us on this late night.
All right. So
You on, Travis?
what we have here, okay, is SAM.gov on this page. Now, every business is going to have to be registered in SAM.gov in order to even do any work here. Cannot get any contracts without going through their system. Now, there's some things that you should have. Again, I'll be teaching you all in the course of all the information that you need before you go to enter into this system, like having your business registered and things of that nature. And I have a checklist for you. But once you get into this system, everybody can get in this system. It doesn't cost money to get into this system. But once you're there, technically, that day that you get registered and everything's complete, and they send you your unique identity number back, like you're ready to go for government contracts. Like there's nothing else holding you back from that point. Certifications just allow you to be strategic. But the main important part is getting into this system.
Hmm.
Now, once we are here, you can find opportunities just by selecting contract opportunities, and you could play around with the advanced search and see what things are out here. They have filters here on your left hand side if it'll pop up for me because it doesn't want to work for me today. I'll back to search. All right, there we go. So we do have filters here on the left hand side that we could search for things, and I don't know why the full welcome to the government systems, or it could be my computer.
Hmm. Uh-oh.
Yeah. All right, so if we could get into this bad boy, into the search thing, well, I guess that ain't why it wants to show up. So we'll go to another site while Sam.gov figures itself out because we got to go there to find opportunities. But what I really wanted to show everyone today is what type of opportunities are out there. Now, Chris, can you think of something that you would want to do in government contracting? Anything, whether it's a product or a service?
Yeah, I'm on the leasing side, bro. I want to
Leasing?
know where the lease, like, can you zoom in a little bit on that screen, Travis?
Yeah, yeah.
I want to go to see where don't they need, or don't, I'm just saying the government would need office space to lease this.
Okay. No, you're right. Leasing. The government's the largest dealers in real estate. They lease the most property out here. So I did put in leasing. Now, again, when we search through this system, leasing could be in the name of a business. It could be a piece of a contract. We really don't know. Um, Let me put in office because I know leasing is going to bring me up a lot of vehicle equipment.
Mm.
Which again, you can lease vehicle equipment out there. But I'm going to try office lease right here. Um, Now, I see that this probably could have bought me some office equipment. Okay. Now, I like that this is happening because as you can see, we kind of got to like play around with this thing to figure out, what it is that the government means by whatever it is that you want to do. So if it's leasing property or leasing office space, I'm using an approach that I teach my students, which is how to cheat. I think I mentioned that before. So
Mhm.
yes, you can go look up your NAICS code and find a generic version, but I actually like to go through and find a contract that's already been awarded for what I want to do because it'll give me all of the information that I want. So let me go to property, P-E-R-T-E-Y,
And
lease,
this is just open to the public.
fpds.org. All government spending is our taxpaying dollars, so they legally have to show us where they transfer our money
Gotcha.
to.
Gotcha.
All right, so we got a non-residential property manager. That's not what you were looking to do. Surgical officer, furniture except wood, manufacturing. All right, so we may have one right here. We have some real estate property. So this could potentially be our next code that we could look in further, but we're going to look at this contract right here. You always have to click on view in order to see the contract. Don't click on the contract number. When we look in here, we can see the dollar amount. They're looking at $177,000. This was for a period of performance from November 6, 2018 to what is that? August, September, 30, 2022. So essentially, you see how these were in what, 4 chunk years right here. So you could technically, this is going to be coming up for renewal. So you could potentially get in front of this customer. You have enough time. 9/30/2022 isn't here yet, but you know that this contract will be hitting the streets, possibly. If like it's got to be over with. So either it's going to hit the street or it's going to die. If it dies, cool. If it hits the street again, I got an opportunity to now get in front of the DEA and let them know that I could solve their next problem that they're going to come up with. Now, what I want to do is scroll down here and I want to come down to the description. The purposes were to acquire a lease site for mounting antenna and associated equipment to be used to support DEA's operations. All right, so they trying to put some antennas to do whatever. You can only imagine, but whatever. They want these antennas installed. Now, what I could do, let's say if I wanted to pursue this opportunity again, I could order what's called a FOIA, FOIA, FOIA.gov. I could put this contract number in right up here at the top, and they have to give me the proposal that was submitted the last time for this contract right here. They got awarded at $177,000. Now that now gives me a base to play with. One, again, we know that if I kept seeing DEA pop up through this data that I was looking through right here, Chris, we were looking at property lease. If I kept seeing DEA pop up here, that's letting me know that the DEA is spending money in leasing of what I want to do. So that means the DEA needs to become my customer that I'm going to research. So now, if I could see this contract, I would notice. Now, I'm hypothetically speaking without looking through everything, but let's say I did. I would now notice that the DEA is utilizing the NAICS code of 531190 to represent acquiring lease sites mainly for mounting antennas right now, but it could be other things. But I know for sure if they want to mount antennas somewhere, that they're going to use this NAICS code and they're going to use this PSC code. That is their definition of doing business to lease antennas. Now, I'm reading this and I know I can perform on this. The other question is the person on the other end who isn't as skilled as me. Will you read this and understand what I just told you? At all times in government, your mind really should think of you being a staffing company. So essentially, when I look at this contract, I've never done anything with leasing antennas before a day in my life. Now I know with leasing units, you're literally just the middleman, and I'm pretty sure you guys have done leasing in real estate, the field that you're in. If you lease out a unit, like you're paying the rent on it. Okay, they have terms and conditions right there. Same thing with this. The building owner is going to lease you the property. You're going to take the property and use this magic word, Chris, sublease. I'm going to sublease the property to the government. And that property is going to have my rate on it per square foot, just like the property owner gave me a rate per square foot.
Mhm.
And the government's going to pay me, I'm going to pay the property owner. And
Mhm.
that's exactly how it works. I don't need to be a real estate agent. I don't need to be a commercial agent. I need absolutely no license. All I need to do is know who got what the government wants. And trust me, 9 times out of 10, the owner of the buildings are not certified in the SAM system to even lease that building to the government. So they need to go through you. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
we took a look at this one. This was for leases of property. Like I told you, 177,000 uh, over 4 years. So again, that's leasing units. You could just keep going back
So
and forth.
so when you look at the previous contract winner,
Mhm.
what does that say in your mind?
All right, so there's a couple things that I'm thinking. One, I got to go research the previous company. So essentially, let's take what you were doing right here. So let's take this company right here. One, again, it's all public information, so they have to show me. This is the part that I love about government. You can't hide from me.
Mm.
So I go over to this other site, USA Spending. I could have done it in fpds.gov too. I like the look of USA Spending. It's a little cleaner.
Mhm.
So I go look at the last 4 years of awards. That's what I'm telling it to search. And then I'm coming over here to recipient and I'm putting in that DUNS number of the person that just won that contract. And then I'm
Yeah.
hitting submit search. Now, to me, Super Towers, okay, um, they've won a couple contracts in 2018. They won another one in 2020. So it's probably a one man shop over at Super Towers. That's what I'm seeing right here. Based
Mhm.
off the contracts that I see right here, before I scroll to the right, I'm pretty certain that they only have one customer because of the contracts that they won. I just don't see them being capable of spreading their wings. But I'll scroll here. All right. And you see that their contracts are mainly with Department of Homeland Security. They did get this one with DEA a little earlier. Well, it's Secret Service that they have their contracts with. Now,
Mhm.
in my mind, I'm thinking one or two things. I can either get ready and read this company's information by coming right back here to the contract, going to the bottom, and I'm seeing like, are there any set aside? So this wasn't a set aside at all. I don't see anything on there. This is a US based business. It's not manufacturing. Cool. Again, I don't see anything there for the set aside. I'm also going to click on the company's name and read up on it a little more. I can see the exact address. They're located in Boston. So in my mind, I'm not going to go up and touch any work in Boston unless there's a good thing that they could do and we could partner with, and it's something up in Boston. Then I'm going there. But from what I'm seeing right now, I'm actually going to go take their work at DA. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about how I'm about to take this business from them because they're not prepared for me to come take anything from them. Like,
Mm,
see, most people may look at like a Lockheed Martin or something of that nature and be like, man, I wonder how we gonna take. No, I'm coming at super towers. I don't know who they are, Chris. I could really care less who they are. Somebody has to get food taken off their plate in this space, and I'm looking for the path of least resistance. So,
wow. Wow.
super towers look like they don't have their stuff together, so I would be coming after them. They would
Gotcha.
go on my list of I'm taking all of their customers.
Wow. That's deep stuff, man.
Wow.
Look, Travis, somebody's on here. TM Auto Garage says he's a contracting officer for the government. What is that?
Oh man, that's the man. So when it comes to contract, there's a couple things here. Usually, you're trying to get awarded a contract, and you're performing for the program manager. So there's a project manager, program manager, that they have a problem and they need a solution for it.
Mhm,
Now, the program managers, they know what they need, but they're not the checks and balance to make sure this thing happens. So the program manager sends the problem over to the contract officer shop,
mhm,
and the contract officer shop makes sure it goes through all the legality, and that everything is bidded fair and equal, and that the bidding process is done right. If it's a, a, um, a simplified award acquisition, the contract officer would go through the right procedures to make sure, again, that they did their market research and provided the best solution to that program manager,
gotcha.
and that's what they're in charge. That, like, so when you see us say talk to the contract officers, again, the contract officer is not really the person that you're providing the service for. So you want to try to get in front of that program manager before it hits the street, which is SAM.gov.
Mhm,
Once it hits the street, I can't talk to nobody no more, and they're going to tell us to talk to the contract officer, and we can't really ask the contract officer but so many questions. They give us a question and answer period during that time that goes to the contract officer. The contract
mm,
officer then gets those questions answered, and they release the answers at one time back on sam.gov, because again, it has to be fair and equal. Right?
gotcha, gotcha.
Cool.
Contract officer, that is cool.
Oh yeah, man, contract dog. Look, you should always know contract officers. When you have good relationships with contract officers, Chris, they may send you an email. They may pick up the phone for opportunity. I told you the program manager lets them know they got a problem. It could be a $35,000 problem, and they know that you've been doing a great job of X, Y, and Z. They call you, hey Travis, can you do X, Y, and Z? Yes, I can always do X, Y, and Z. Okay, because again, I'm going to go get the best to make sure it happens. So yes, I can
Mm,
do it. Now I just performed for that contractor officer on that opportunity. You make them your friend, they're going to make them you're going to become their friend too. They're not going to do anything illegal. Well, I'm not going to say everybody. Let me not speak for everybody because people get caught up every day. But
that's true.
they're going to make sure business is going to happen. Nobody wants to do bad business. The government wants to get problems solved, and they want to pay people. That's
So I'm thinking about this guy here. He just wants to get whatever job done that came across his desk. He just wants it done.
Yeah, so usually contract officers, they have like a field of they have a bucket of opportunities that they are in charge of. So
Mhm.
they know what's on their desk, they know what's coming up on their desk. But
Yeah.
yes, essentially they want to get the job done at the end of the year. You may hear a lot of times that there's like a rush for contracts, which again, contracts get awarded all year. It ain't just the end of the year. But at the end of the year, not December, but the end of the fiscal year, you'll start to see they have to use it or lose it. So
Mhm.
this is when your certifications can come in hand, like the women own, the hub zone, the vet, the 8A, because now they could go through simplified acquisitions and potentially directly award you stuff so they could get it off of their table and they don't lose that money going into the following year.
Gotcha. So Travis, tonight we've been over here for 20 minutes. Tell them about your deal that's starting tomorrow with your training module. We're not gonna stop here, but I just want
Mhm.
you to know what Travis is offering to round up homies.
For sure. So first of all, you guys are definitely getting a year into my Pure Money GovCon course, where I'm actually breaking down my cheating method of how I go about pursuing government contracting. So no matter what level you're at, this one is for you. I've done hours of research of every agency. So once you find your agency, you literally can go click on it in the back office, and I've done all of the research for you on that. Pricing tools, I already have calculators back there for you to understand pricing, as well as I have a Google Drive that has tons of templates in it for you to build your capability statement, for you to write emails to contract officers and things of that nature, because too many times we write too much stuff and they don't want to read all that. So I'm making sure that you're learning how to communicate right in that Google Drive. You're going to get a Discord channel that you have direct communication to myself, and my team will be able to answer any questions that you have. You get a monthly Zoom call, because again, I know this is confusing, and sometimes you got to talk it out. So the last Monday of every month, we will have a Zoom call that you can come on there, and I'll answer
Sweet.
every question. But the sweet part of this, Chris, is actually starting tomorrow at noon. I will be doing live classes for the next 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will have live classes. The first one will actually be teaching you how to prospect for opportunities here in 2022. The next class is going to teach you how to set up your SAM.gov correctly and how to keep it updated. And then the last class, which is also one of the most important ones to me, is actually learning how to team, how to communicate with individuals so you can be on a winning team and no longer be on the losing side of things. So, again, I'm looking forward to it. If you guys are interested in it, TravisChrisDill.com. You need to jump into it. And, Chris, when we go back, I'm going to show you, if you could uh, uh, pull up back to the screen share.
Yeah. Roundup, if you go to travischrisdeal.com, is where that offer is, or you can just go right to the link in the video description. It's right there. You click right below, just hit it. It'll take you right over and you get signed up to roll with Travis. This man's doing some amazing things. Thank you, Travis.
No, this is why you need to get involved in this, because here's the thing, Chris. Um, I've never, well, of course, I've seen it already, but if I go back to 2019, what does that number say right there, Chris?
6.6 trillion. What does that mean? Some big numbers.
2019 obligated money. This is the obligated money that the United States government spent just in 2019. $6.6 trillion with a T.
Good gosh.
Now, that was in 2019. In 2020, what happened to the budget, Chris?
I guess it goes up, man.
$3 trillion. Now, again, I don't know too many industries that's jumping up trillions a year. I ain't talking about millions. I said trillions with a T. Okay. So we go to 2021. What happened to the budget? Another trillion. Right. So I'm pretty certain as we get here to 2022, another trillion is going to go on top of this. So people always ask me, why this industry? Well, I got 10.1 trillion reasons why. Like, it's
Good.
always going to replenish each and every year. This is one of the only industries that I know of. If somebody knows of another industry, please correct me. But this is the only industry I know
Unbelievable.
that is replacing trillions every year that they got to get rid of. It's not a question if, if they're holding it or whatnot. They have to get rid of this money. So yes, that is the main reason why I want everyone to get involved in government contracting, and I believe that everyone should be involved in government contracting.
Guys, the link is in the video description. Rodriga, hey, this lady's serious business here. I've never been able to win a contract. There's always a lot of stipulations. Travis, what would you say for Rodriga?
Absolutely. First of all, I want to congratulate her for at least attempting.
Yeah.
Well, I will always want to know, did she submit? That's always my question. Like, did you submit or did you let the words confuse you and scare you? I have a motto, Chris. The faster you lose is the faster you're going to win. Because one, you can't lose something that you don't have. Like you never had the contract, so you can't possibly lose the contract. So if you
Mm,
have that mindset, and I told you, we do not try to work with the government. We find the agency that has our money. So the reason why I say the faster you lose, the faster you win, because you shouldn't have more than one agency. Well, some people go to three. Three is the max. One is more than enough. If I can hurry up and submit and lose, Chris, uh, the one thing I want to ask for is a debrief. Like you have to ask for your debrief within 3 days of you losing. Once you get the debrief, they have to tell you exactly why you lost.
is that what a debrief is? I don't.
Yeah. So the
Okay.
debrief is you going in to sit down with the government and they're going to tell you why you lost. So just imagine if you're working with one agency, you walk in there, they tell you why you lost this opportunity. When you go to write the next proposal, the base of it's going to be the same. Like you're just changing some technical words, but you also can get a mindset and understanding of how they view pricing and what they think about certain things. Because again, you asked in the debrief, why did you fail me? And why did they win?
I wonder if Rodriguez asked for a debrief. Is that like one of those insider things that people wouldn't know to do? I
uh,
don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, they definitely
Rodriguez, did you ask for a debrief? She said she did submit and she got outbid,
so
Travis.
I would want to know, is she doing products or is she doing service based business, or is it people or products? And usually when it comes to outbidding on the product side, you got to get closer to the manufacturer.
Closer to the product. I heard you say that the other day. You got to get closer to the product.
Mhm. And usually, if you look at the actual manufacturer's website, at the bottom of it, it'll say something like partner or team. Depending on certain companies, they have resellers that they already work with, so you may have to go through them.
She's doing
And
products. She's doing products.
products, cool, yeah. So that's going to be the hunt. So here's, I'm glad you said that. Here's the difference between products and service. Like literally, products, your only thing that you could possibly do with products is get it priced lower. Now there is a little trick that you could do with these products depending on the contract because they may not take. It says usually the lowest price technically acceptable. So you could get in there. Let's say that $1 million, I can deliver toilet paper to the government for $1 million. You can deliver the same exact toilet paper to the government for 1,000,001. That's 100 more thousand dollars than what I said. But the difference is I can't get my toilet paper to the government for 30 days. You can get your toilet paper to the government in 5, right?
Mm.
So you can think about, you really have to be strategic and understand how they're operating so you can know how to come in and move in, as well as do your research, see who else is really buying these products out here because again, you may be going in a situation that you can never win. uh,
You're
and
talking
when
about never win means what is the definition of never win? You can never get it at the right price.
Right, because the person who's selling that product got a relationship with the manufacturer or somebody else that you're never going to get a lower price than.
Sound like you got to do some market research.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Stuff takes
But
time.
when we got in the PPE space, when things are going, and this is why I always say with the government, I like to follow the money, Chris. I really don't like to say what it is that I do or don't do. I follow the money. So when PPE got started, that's what I did. I followed the money. They was taking off the gloves like Skittles, Chris. I just want you to envision all of the testing centers, all of the hospitals, how many gloves and masks that they had to go through every time they touched somebody. Like we were literally selling football fields of gloves. And I'm not playing stacked football fields of gloves because it was just going crazy. So when people hear about everything that's going on, all I see is the money, Chris. I can't stop thinking about how much money they're creating out of thin air. When they say mask, they don't let you put any type of mask on, do they, Chris? They tell you exactly what mask that they're recommending. And if U.S. government recommends it, a lot of the other world respects what U.S. government says. And there's only two manufacturing companies. You just made them trillions of dollars. And not only did you just make them trillions of dollars, you know the process of business. You're not going to get it directly from the manufacturer. You got to go through people. It's only certain people, Chris, who are friends with the head of large manufacturing companies like 3M, the Fortune 500s. Now they go buy up all the product and then they sell it to somebody like me. So now I got to come in like, yo, the market's short. The market is short because the manufacturer don't have the product anymore, and the rich people bought it all up and sitting in their warehouse down in Texas and LA, right? So now we got to get it, and they justify the prices now. They bought it at $5, and now they're marking it up to 22. And what are you going to do? The beauty is, again, the market understands it, and this customer right here is printing money, so they're going to print money and they're going to buy. See, I don't complain about it, Chris. I just follow the money because I can't control it, man. I'm just a little small fry out here. We couldn't have 500 small fries like me out here to make a difference. It's too much money being moved, and we're not paying attention to it. We're allowing them to put our emotions out in the front with headlines. So have you seen the headline going around this week, Chris, about Biden putting crack pipes into the neighborhood? So again, this is media playing with our minds right now. Now, I probably could tell you maybe
this dude's deep, y'all. Y'all, this is
3% of the people probably read what's happening. They read the headline, crack pipes into urban communities, which is true. I'm not arguing that part. It's true. But what happened is this program, Chris, has been getting studied all around the world for addiction problems. Now, the issue is that we just looked at it happening on YouTube around the world, but somebody said, I want to present this to government. They took the whole blueprint because other governments accepted this program in other countries. They took the blueprint that was already created, presented it in front of the United States government. The United States government approved it because guess what? The president of the United States ain't watching your Instagram account. So they were waiting for somebody to walk through the door, tell them about this new program that's going on in a white paper format, a way that they understand it, not a way that your homeboy understands it. Like the government reads things a certain way. You present it in a way that they know how to read it. Okay. And then they accept it. So now what you're seeing in the media headline is already something that was accepted and a check got cut for. So what's the purpose of getting emotional about what's going on when the money's moving?
It's already done.
The money is moving. So now the question should be, come back here and see where the money's moving, because here's the kicker. If we do not supply any of those products in that test kit, I can almost 100% guarantee that money's going to go to a company that ain't in that community. So now, not only did you put crack pipes in the community, but you just lost the opportunity to bring $30 million back to your community because you over here marching about them putting crack pipes in.
Wow.
The crack pipes is coming.
Travis, you
go sell the crack pipes, and what happens is
they're coming either way.
Take the 30 million and now go educate those babies. Go educate the young ones in the community who are not using the crack pipe and they need some help. Right? That's how I see it, Chris. Man. That's just how. Because again, I don't get emotional about things I can't control, and I can't control. The president ain't looked at nothing. Y'all ain't seen no president yet. They have not looked at Twitter or Instagram or any complaints thus far. They're still going to execute everything that they're planning on. So just follow the money, get some of this money, and go rebuild whatever you're emotional about, like the stuff that you believe in, that you want to see fixed. I promise you, if you follow this government money, and you make yourself $50 million in the next year, what you don't like in happening in your community, you now have enough money to go change it. Not only that, you can go buy your politician. Now, of course, we don't buy politicians, things of that day. You got to have some money in the game when it comes to politics. And if you're really trying to scale in government, I didn't even get to that part of it. but you want to have some politics in your back pocket if you really want to do this government contracting at a high level.
So all right, we'll keep it on a low level for my roundup, homie, so we can get them at least started.
Get them started.
Travis, thank you for your time. Listen, go down to the link in the video description below, or just go to travischrisdeal.com. He's getting started tomorrow. It's going to be Friday, February 11th at 12 noon. It's going to be an addition to the training module, the How to Get Government Contracts training module that Travis is offering you, and then a bonus for that. For getting it through our link that we've negotiated for you. Get 3 days with Travis. Get to hang out with him, ask him questions, see exactly how he's putting it all together. And the link's right there, Travis. Thank you, brother.
Hey, Chris,
Hmm?
go. Can you show the screen again?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Okay.
want you to see something here. So, again, I know you guys are into construction and house building, but I just put in screws. Okay. Again, I need you to understand the government has to buy every single product out here, from screws to staples to TVs.
Hmm.
Like, so I put in screws. I came down here. There's a $473 contract for some table napkin dispensers. Can you not sell the government table napkin dispensers, Chris?
I mean, I'm sure I can. I had to just figure it. I don't know the moving parts. That's why I'm trying to learn myself.
That's where you're thinking about it too hard. It's table napkin dispensers. Like, just go find some table napkin dispensers. Maybe they'll
I
give
got you.
you maybe they'll give you a type of table napkin dispenser, but maybe they just say a table napkin dispensers that could hold 500 napkins. Go find some table napkin dispensers that could. It's literally that simple. Like, we put more work into it than what's called for.
Just find it. Make it happen.
Yeah. And they're going to tell you the exact specs of what they're looking for. So you ain't even got to guess on that aspect of
Wow.
it.
Kenny says, thanks for coming up. He's 4 o'clock in the morning in Spain.
Spain in the
Wow.
building, man. That's what
Thanks
I'm
for
talking
coming.
about. Hey, most governments are the same too, by the way.
What you mean?
I mean, government is government. All governments got to spend money. I mean, so one government is acting essentially the same.
Remy Jules wants to know, should you come up with a general name for your LLC to help diversify your service portfolio? What does that mean?
So it's like having Davis Enterprises or having Cyber Warrior IT, right? Like, you understand what Cyber Warrior IT is. We're going after cyber opportunities, and they shouldn't have any business over in lawn care. Where opposed to Davis Enterprises, you can't tell what Davis Enterprises does.
Gotcha.
Remy, I would honestly tell you, you need to know where you're trying to go in the future for me to tell you the correct method to go about that. Because if you are doing something like in the cyber nature, I would absolutely say that you should be looking to niche out your name, because I don't want to give a cyber contract to a company that don't seem like they specialize in that field. Opposed to, if you're trying to sell products one day and you're trying to be a middleman to the government, then I would go with a more generic name where I could touch a little bit of everything. But even then, still, you need to stay focused, because as you can see, I showed you there's table napkin dispenser contracts out of here, and all this shiny stuff can distract you. So even again, I know you could diversify, but I would focus, win opportunities, and then let the government diversify me. So what I'm saying is, I win $1 million, and how I told you, they may call up and say, "Hey, Travis, can you do?" Yes, I don't even need you to finish the rest of the work. Yes, like, I can do it, and that's how I now diversify in whatever they were about to ask me. Hope that makes sense.
Gotcha. That's a good one there. Yeah, I think I'm overthinking it too. Bay Area, Rosanna. Wow. Yeah. Hey, she's another real estate professional out in the West Coast. Travis. So listen, guys, go to Travis Chris Deal in the link in the video description. Let's take us out of here, Travis. Final thoughts, man. And we'll see you tomorrow at 12. Anybody wants to get signed up with Travis and get these government contracts, man, it's really cool.
Again, final thoughts. I want everybody, USAspending.gov. Again, I just want you to see it so you can believe it. Whatever you see up there, you can get exactly what whoever got awarded. It's just a mindset shift that needs to happen. And then again, a determination. And I always say, If you can be comfortable working 365 days, 4,080 hours for $60,000 a year, $180,000 a year that they're taking 33% of before you can even see, and 15% with your 401k before you can see the money. If you're going to do this year after year, you have to be okay with continuing to pursue this opportunity here with the government, because one contract can completely change your life for the rest of your life and make sure the rest of your life stays the best of your life. Again, that's all I got, Chris. Hopefully,
Thanks,
somebody
brother.
jumps in, and I will see y'all in class at noon tomorrow. Make sure TravisChrisDill.com. We're going to get busy. We're going to dive in. I'm excited about teaching more people about government contracting and helping them change their life. And, Chris, again, one thing that really, really got me down this thing is watching my parents never be able to enjoy time with me. Like, they never
Mm.
got to learn me because they were always working to generate revenue. We need to generate revenue faster. So now this money can start turning into an employee, and now you have your time to be in your loved one's life. I don't know who the hell said that we supposed to work till we 67, a 9 to 5, and never have the opportunity to experience time with your loved ones. But that is an incorrect training. I'm not telling you to quit your job today, but what I am telling you is to quit the mindset of staying there. We got to do other things that we can change the future of our life. And it starts with generating money faster so we can get time to become better people.
Yeah, I didn't understand that speed of money thing till I got older. I mean, this my parents they were the get rich slow people. They were like, man, shoot, 40 years.
You don't know. You don't know.
Yeah,
It ain't
so
like they sitting in front of us like, hey, this is the method of getting rich. They saying, no, this is the method. They got a whole job fair sitting outside. Like, that is the method that they teach. They know what they do. They know what they do. Imagine if they
unbelievable.
didn't teach the world how to go to work. We would be in trouble, Chris.
I didn't even think about that, man.
I'm
That's a
telling
whole nother conversation, man.
you.
All
Yeah.
right, roundup. Listen, take a second, subscribe to the channel. We're passing 93,000 subs today.
Ooh.
We're getting, I don't know, 1,000 views an hour, 800 views an hour roundup. My commitment to you is on 1,000 as I help you raise your financial literacy. I'm prostituting my body here late at night, all day, working for you, networking with people like Travis, because number one, I love you, right? And I wish success for you. I don't want, tell him, Travis, when you get a little bit of success, you look around. Well, let me ask you, for me, I looked around, I'm like, man,
Lonely.
everybody around lonely. Ain't nobody look like me around. I'm like, I don't like the way this feels. I don't like this. I need to change this.
Hmm. I think it's a, again, I got my pure money group. Um, I felt the exact same way. And imagine I was doing this at 25, so I tried to party my way into friendship, or I don't
Okay.
want to say friendship. They was already my friends, but I tried to party into keeping everybody fun and together. But then, you know, that ain't fun to me, man. It's just wasting money. And as I tried to like educate them on business, I just couldn't get them to understand, and it got more and more lonely.
Mhm.
And I had to build community. I had to build my community, because as I went to these spaces, again, nobody was there that looked like me. And if I did find somebody that looked like me, guess what? They didn't want to talk to me.
Wow, man.
So I
That's
just built
pretty
my own
funny.
community. I've been building my own community for 4 years. It used to be Elite Fortune Group. Some things happened. I destroyed it and started back. We were pure money. And I'm loving the way that we're operating over here.
Good. Thank you for what you're doing. Okay, Roundup. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, Trav.
For sure, let's make it happen.
Yep. All right, y'all get signed up now. Don't wait, because that way you can go through the training a little bit before the workshop tomorrow.
Mhm.
Like the content, share with anybody else that's interested in getting in government contracting Roundup. I'll see you soon. Peace.
100,000 followers, man. I got to get that subscriber hammer you got too over there, Chris. I'm hating on it. I'm hating on it. I ain't got one. I ain't
I'ma
got.
still listen. Here's the thing, Travis. That's why I like working with you. You can still. I'ma steal your Instagram. What was it? Instagram character
Oh yeah. My emoji, my
emoji.
avatar.
I'm like, that's why I roll with dudes like you. I can take it, and then you can take little ideas from me and go get your stuff.
You already know it, my brother.
All right.
All right, enjoy your night.
All right, get signed up, y'all. Peace.
All right.